Hello, and welcome to another Learning is Change Glasscast. I am not in my car today because I thought a walk and talk would be more fitting for this topic. And the topic for today is Ed Camp Denver. I went to Ed Camp Denver this past weekend, and I had a great time of learning and connecting with other fellow adult learners, and I knew it was going to happen that way. Because I've been to Ed Camps before and, really enjoy the self-directed learning part of it. And so it was not a surprise that I was able to learn and to grow as a learner and start to think about new ways of creating that type of learning for others. But that's not necessarily news, right? Like, we've been doing this for a little while, some of us, and what I really want to think through, though, is how do we make this something that other people know, and that the majority of us can know together? How do we make unconferences and self-directed learning something that everyone innately knows and can do on a weekend, and that it is a part of their learning journey on a regular basis? How do we make Ed Camps the norm? Not necessarily Ed Camps, and we would call them Ed Camps, but how do we make the idea that you should choose your own adventure for learning and figure out what it is that you need and pursue that thing? How do we make it typical and expected that during the workday you engage in learning activities and tasks that suit you and your needs? How do you make it something that is truly open? And, I think for me, it's not an easy question, because we've been trying to get more and more people to come and be a part of the Ed Camp movement and foundation, and really thinking about, how do we do this as adults, where we have the right invitations, where we have the right ways of learning with others that encourage rather than discourage, that give entry points upon entry points rather than or isolating, and make it so only the few of us that are engaged on social media or are sort of oriented towards lots and lots of change. How do we make it so that more of us can do this, and that it doesn't seem like we're raging against some machine that we have no possibility of conquering? And I think that's sort of the big question for me, is that it can't, the question is, how do we make personalizing learning the norm? How do we make it something that we do naturally? And I guess, I'd like to think through with as many people that would like to, how do we do this? So one of the things that I did at Ed Camp was I wrote on the board, unconferences for everyone. Not Ed Camps for everyone, not, a single sort of idea, but unconferences for everyone. And that almost the idea is that every day could be an unconference if you made it so. And I think part of that is challenging things like standing meetings, I think part of that is challenging someone else's outcomes for your learning. I think part of that is trying to focus on what it is that you want to learn and to grow within. What is it that you believe is going to help your practice and to let you continue to foster the learning for students, for other adults. And I know that I am going back and forth in a lot of different ways, both walking around the city of Denver and, in my thoughts. But what if every day was an unconference and we treated every schedule, every single one, as a big blank board that we could write what we wanted to do within? What if the schedule that we had, we could wipe clean, make into what we wanted it to be? So with all those questions asked, I'm going to put this on YouTube and continue the conversation in as many different ways as we might care to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you go and have your own unconference.